Svarnadvipa, Indonesia, not India, is the starting place of learning resources for the principal principles of Dharma Dhamma. This is the Dharmic original, which underlies the birth of Hindu, Buddhist and Jaina teachings in India. The holy city, in the Kadachuan area before and after being called Srivijaya, at 13 Koto Kampar, Riau province, was bordered by an earthen fort embankment as high as 2.5 meters. Recognize, afterwards became Muo Takui, and now published as Muara Takus Temple. There were no Hindu, Buddhist, missionaries, preachers, who were born in pre-Islamic India to the archipelago, formerly Indonesia. All sites and original teachings of the archipelago are not based on either. But the teachings described on the site and recorded in Bali are the basis for the birth of the two teachings in India. This is the Dharmic original that Sariputra, who was born in Svarnadvipa, Indonesia, brought to India with his ritual contemplation, samadhi. The position of the body sitting cross-legged reads as meditation. In the local term it is called tapo, or tapa, recorded in the name of the Patapong or Patapang tribe. In Bali it is called upasana, Sulawesi is called kamala, people who are doing it are called akamala. Stepping higher is called Bethara, or Narak, right. People who qualified in pre-Islamic times were called Bathara Guru, Shanghyang Datu, or Malam. Malam, in the pre-Islamic army as advisor to Mother Dui, the name was recorded in the Pra-Srivijaya era. In carrying out the duties of the top unit, Niniak Datuik, accompanied by several Datu, people who work in accordance with the title. 1. The Ampu. 2. Hulu Balang. 3. Penglimo. 4. Clever. 5. Malam, served as advisor to Niniak Datuik. Malam, in the pre-Islamic Chamber of Commerce as advisor to Mother Dui, these names were recorded in the Pra-Srivijaya era before 78 AD. These were the Bathara Guru Rshi masters of Dharmic original, among others. Malam Datu Mona Sambilan, namely the saints who do and the 9 Dharma teachers or advisors, namely 1. Malam Bongsu, at 13 Koto Kampar. 2. Malam Tintin, at 13 Koto Kampar. 3. Malam Bu, in Simarlambu. 4. Malam Demon, in Pekan Tuo. 5. Malam Puta, in Setivan. 6. Malam Putri, in Pariongan. 7. Malam Sidi, in Batang Kapur. 8. Malam Bandaro, in Central Mike. 9. Malam Putri, in Indro Puro, to be precise, and the area is now a national park. Who had received an attack from the north to Salak by the traitor of the vicious former Kola Mandala army named Sangkarak. The word Domo, at that time was the name for the Arya Rshi Brahmin. The term Padopang was the support for the Domo. Piliang was the one protecting Domo, the Pilihan Hyang, fortified Domo. While Malayu were advisors, this designation exists after Islam in the 7th century AD. The designation before Islam is called Malam. Malam, or advisors, they split up in several areas called Para Malam. The Malam, who were scattered and recorded included Malam Budi Simarlambu, in the hills of Simarlambu, the eastern corner of North Sumatra near West Sumatra. There is a blue lake. This is where Bathara Guru Brahman, Rshi, Malimbu, lives. Malam Liman, at the location of Gunung Tua, Padang Lawas. The generation is Mabaru, in the Hasabuan clan. Malam Demon, in Pekan Tua Baru. Malam Bandaro, Shanghyang Prabu Dachuik Bandoo, in Mike. Malam Bunda Ratu Puti, agreed Banda in Luwak 50 Sabungsu. Malam Sadi in Batang Kapur. Malam Tintin or Malam Bongsu in Kampar. Malam Puti in Pagaruyang, Pariongan in the 7th generation. From this was born the Sultanate, Pagaruyang. The Kadachuan government control is the husband of one of his daughters. Si Ampu, who is called Dachuik, who carries out government, and Adat is assisted by several Dachuik, including the Ampu commander, Malam Sardik Pandai. We look at the Parmalim recorded in Batak culture. Ugamo Malam, not Jewish. Ugamo Malam is the original teaching of the archipelago, which was very advanced. This is evidence that our ancestors spread all over the world among them, coloring Jews, now stored in Batak land. Evidence of similarities between Jews and Batak Bangso. The superior nation above the tribes. Other ethnic groups. A steadfast nation. Uphold the customs and culture. Strong pedigree records, clan and serial numbers. Both adhere to monotheism. Martutu Ek, baptism and naming of a baby on the 7th day of birth. Pasahat Tandi, the ceremony of death. Samasara Mararisantu, worship every Saturday or Sabbath worship. Mardabata, worship of one's intentions. Mangan Mapit, worship asking for the remission of sins. Sipaha Sada, worship day to commemorate the birth of Lord Simarimbilabosi. Sipaha Lima, worship of the day of offerings, sacrifices. Subang Balone, it is prohibited to eat pork, cats, dogs, wild animals and their blood, and the publication of cannibalism in Parmalim Batak is slander. Patak, most of the 10 commandments are also in Ugamo Malam. Parmalim called Mula Jadi Na Balone, the great first, the first Almighty. God the creator of the universe is among father and grandfather, they. Similar to the Jews who also call Jehovah Alpha and Omega as their father and grandfather. Tolu Portabi di Hasiangan, 3 universe patterns. The Batak people divide the 3 major patterns of the universe, namely 1. Banua Ginjang, heavenly realm. 2. Banua Tonga, R-dimensional realm. 3. Banua Toru, realm of death. Parmalim Batak calls God, Debatamulahati na Balone, performs his worship, Sambahyang, praise, Tanjong. Text literacy of the word, Hyang, is to show an understanding of the absolute, namely, God, the One. Hyang Widi Tungal, almost the same designation throughout the Indonesian archipelago. And the procession of worship, Semba, formed from 2 syllables, namely, worship, Semba and the word, Hyang, in one unity. Prayer, or Semba Hyang. This is not from India. Shang Hyang Datu Indra Brahman, in the 7th century 40th century embraced Islam after studying it for 13 years and changed its name to Abdullah Amarullah. Does not mean he was Hindu or Buddhist before converting to Islam. There were no Hindu or Buddhist missionaries, preachers, who were born in pre-Islamic India to the archipelago, formerly Indonesia. Kato Tuo, the initial name is called Kako Nan Tua, the meaning of Kato Tuo is 2 sentences of creed, when Indra Brahman converts to Islam. In this place, which is known as the Sobe Nan Alui, place then published, Sobe, from the word Sobaria, the pre-Islamic name was Shanghyang Dui Puti Sobe Nan Alui. The nephew of Indra Brahman, whose mother is the eldest brother of the 3rd generation, Shanghyang Dui Puti Sobe Nan Alui. His mosque is on Katanka Hill since the early days of Islam from Malam Putia. His son converted to Islam to Abdurrahman, since he was 16 years old. Then continue by Buyang Malam. Svarnadvipa, Indonesia, not India, is the starting place for learning the main philosophy of basic Dharma, Dhamma. This is the Dharmic original that underlies the birth of Hindu, Buddhist and Jaina teachings in India. By Santo Saba.